dancing away, feel like, ooh, I just wanna dance, feel good. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's Florida Drive-By, July 15th, 2015. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm on US 41 going with a shitload of traffic going southbound, and I hope everybody's doing fairly good today. I'm doing the best I can do, and it's about 87 degrees right now, so it's pretty warm out right now. 87 degrees in southern Florida, and you can see as I'm going through here, you get your typical traffic. There's McDonald's on the right and the marine trading post on the left, and we're going to be coming over the bridge that separates Port Charlotte to Punta Gorda. We're going to be going over this bridge. It's coming up over here. I'll tilt the camera a little so you can see. But 8:51 in the morning on a Friday. So hey, hope everybody's doing great. Listen, today I wanted to bring up what's my favorite 45, and when I say favorite 45, I've owned mainly like 96% of my guns were all 45 calibers. And when I go through them, I've had Glocks, I've had Springfields, I've had Arsenal Arms, I've had the Kimbers, I've had I gotta remember all them, SIGs, I've had quite a few of them. I've had quite a few of the 45s, almost all of them, at one time or another. I've had polymer, I've had stainless steel, I've had carbon steel, I've had Remington, advanced arms. So I've had a lot of 45s, and 45s anywhere from, probably the cheapest 45 I've had is probably about 600, and the most expensive probably 9,500. So a big range and a bunch of numbers in between them. So when I think about which is the best 45, I'm going to pick some attributes that I feel are in the best 45. Number one, I like 45s. If it's going to be 45, I like them to be steel, carbon steel, or stainless steel, or at least, an alloy with the stainless slide and alloy frame. Polymer is not to say it's not good, it's okay. It's just that when you're shooting a 45, there's a little bit, it's a little bit of recoil to it. It's a big bullet to push, so you need a little bit more powder to push it with. And, to get it to do that, it just takes a little bit more, so you need more force, more pressure, more propellant and everything. So the tendency of the gun to have more recoil and muzzle flip is going to be increased by, like over a 9mm, probably by 35% or something. I haven't done the exact specifications on how much. And we're coming into Punta Gorda now, and you can see the palm trees and a lot of traffic in the morning. It is Friday, and it's kind of early, so everybody's getting up, and I guess I should have probably got up a little bit earlier. But anyway, so when we're talking about the 45, I'll give you an example. I had a, what was that? It was I bought a, Smith & Wesson E-Series, and then I had the Performance Center 1911 E-Series, like an SC. So I had both of those models. Both of them had some recoil. And that's, your stainless steel slide with a alloy scandium frame, which is really light. So they try to make the gun really, really light, but, you're shooting 45, so, you're not shooting any less ammunition. So lightening that up, and it doesn't even have porting or anything. So you're lightening that gun up probably by 35%, maybe 40% lighter gun. It has a lot more recoil. It's a lot harder when you shoot it to handle it, to be on task and on target. And anybody that tells you that they're real accurate with it out of the box without some massive practicing, is pulling your chain, you know, lying to you. I'll give you a little bit better shot here, the side of the road. You can see some of these palm trees. Let's see if we can focus this out a little bit out. Okay, there you go. But yeah, so I found out they just was everywhere. And I've got a video of me shooting it, and it shows that the damn thing, when I shot it, it just was everywhere over the target, you know. I want to get in their left lane here, but, you know. And then, like I say, both of those were like that. And then shooting something like I had a Colt Defender, and that had a slightly alloy frame too. I'm not sure what the frame was made out of, but it was like an alloy, and then they coated. And that was okay, but it was a Bear, which is such a small, you know, gun to keeping accurate. Then when I went over to a PM45, that was hilarious. PM45 and XD, you know, XD45, XDS45. Those were just, you know, that was even worse because XDS was polymer lower, and they were just. The Glock 21 wasn't too hard because it was a little bit bigger gun, but you know, it was a battle too. Then when I moved into like the 1911 arena, most of those were all stainless steel or carbon steel. A few of them are alloy, but most of them are going to be heavy guns. And I went to a Bob Marvel, was pretty accurate. You know, the Wilson Combat was pretty accurate. Ed Brown was pretty accurate. But probably the most accurate of the 45s, I would have to say, was my Nighthawk Custom, which had a ported Schumann barrel, and it was all stainless steel. And it was a small gun, but boy, very accurate shooting at a target. It hit always, which, I mean, superbly accurate gun of all of them, and that porting really helps. So that's why, you know, I usually, you know, get my guns ported if I can. And then, you know, I've got a Glock 21 with the ported barrel, and it's better. And my H&K 45 I ported too, and that's, you know, those are both kind of the same with being polymer with the steel slides. But like I say, they still have a pretty good hit. So I guess, you know, if you think about target shooting people, they usually go with 22s or 9mm. You know, the ammunition's cheaper, and there's not as much recoil or muzzle flip, and they can be a little bit more on target when they're shooting. And also over here, we got a bike rider. See, in Florida also, you don't need a helmet. So these people don't have helmets on. Probably a good idea to have it in case you just fell off the bike, but you don't need helmets in Florida, and they don't have their helmets. So get over here on the right, speed up a little so I can get where I'm going. And then, like I say, this is a lot of open roads in Florida. You'll see a lot of stuff on the side of the road like that. There are palm trees and stuff, because a lot of cutting. They try to cut and trim all the time out here. Pretty warm in Florida. You know, it's pretty nice out here. So, but I wanted to bring up, you know, that little bit of information about the 45, and you know, what do I think about the 45, which is the best one. And I would have to say, if I were, I guess it really depends also what you're picking a 45 for. Are you picking a 45 for home defense? Are you picking for self-defense? You know, carry, I mean, what are you picking the gun for? So that's going to mean a lot of difference there too. But just remember, any gun that you shoot, that you practice with, and you should practice, make sure you're good at 21 feet, which is 7 yards. Take it to the range. You can just get some pipe plates from Walmart, put a dot in the middle and put a circle around it, make your bullseyes, you know, they're your other lines, and just shoot it. Get a whole pipe plate, a whole pack for like, you know, $1.50 or something. It's like 50 or 100. And that's about where you want to be. And it's very easy, you know, to put a bullseye in that and use it. And that's really what I would do. Hone up your skills, just be accurate. No need 100, you know, 100 feet or 50 feet. You know, 21 feet's fine. Just get very accurate. And also with your gun, here's another tip. Don't bother trying to aim. You can try that a little bit if you're just like practicing a little. Try to point and shoot, because in a defensive situation, you're not going to be picking it up and trying to aim and, you know, line up the sights on your threat. That's not going to happen. I mean, that's maybe target shooting, maybe hunting, but you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to, lucky you'll be able to pick up your gun and aim it, and So you want something that's accurate, something that's going to always hit what it's intended to, the target is supposed to hit. But I wanted to bring that up, and I'm on right now Burnt Store Road, which is 765, and I'll be turning on Chiquita Boulevard South, Chiquita Banana, and that's kind of down where I'm going to be. But I wanted to bring that up and, you know, have that discussion and just let you guys know, because, you know, a lot of it's, you know, most of it's going to depend on you, you know, 99% of it. So, you know, that's, you know, that is my recommendation, and, you know, you might have your own recommendations for the ways you